Hey everyone, can you guess what we're going to do today? I'll tell you, we're going to plant some lilies. It's the end of March here in my zone 6B/7. By the way, if you've just joined me, my name is Bobby. I'm really glad you are here. And now is a great time for me to plant my lily bulbs because I can actually see where my lilies are coming up. That way I won't plant lilies on top of lilies. So it's a perfect time. The weather the forecast has really warmed up for me here in my zone. So perfect time. I have 5, let me get my gloves out of the way. I have 5 Stargazer lilies. They are an Oriental lily. And you've probably seen Stargazer. They're pretty, I don't want to say common, but they're pretty readily available. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I have 5 here, and these were free with my order from Longfield Gardens. They had a special going on. So I see one lily coming up in here. I had some other lilies in here, and I'll show you a picture. I can't remember the name right now, but I'll pop the picture and the name on the screen. And I moved those. They are very, very tall, and I see one that I left. So I'm going to leave that. It's fine for it to stay here. Now, some of the specs on the Stargazer lilies, they grow 30 to 40 inches tall. I really like that height of a lily. I don't really use my lilies for cut flowers. I just leave them in the garden. But I love that height because the one that I'm showing you, that I showed you the picture of, got really, really tall. I believe it was, I forget what variety or what cultivar was an OT lily, I think. So I like the height of 30 to 40 inches tall. And of course, all lilies like sun to part sun. So that would be anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day. And this side of the house definitely gets a good 7 hours of sun a day. So I think this is perfect. It's going to be straightforward. We're going to plant these 6 inches deep and about 8 inches apart. So there's only 5 bulbs in here. So we're going to space, I think I'm going to do 2 maybe right where I'm standing, and maybe come with a little arch and do 3 right there. I'm kind of lily heavy in this area here. Over here behind me I have Oriental lilies and I have Asiatic lilies planted. So there's a lot of lilies in this area, but I think I'm going to keep it kind of lily heavy over here, and I'm fine with that. On either side of me I have Stand By Me clematis, and they need, that's a bush clematis, and they need support because they will just flop over. So that's why I have these bamboo circular obelisk, or whatever you want to call those, supports for the Stand By Me clematis. And then sometimes I do put like a jute string around them just to tie them up as well. And then I have, you can't see it right now, but my Lady of Shalott, short climbing rose. I have a Kusa dogwood right behind the camera. And so I'm going to sort of leave a little bit more definition in this bed, although it's going to look very full midsummer. These will bloom mid to late summer. And so all of these lilies kind of bloom a separate time. So that'll be perfect. I have my 20-volt DeWalt drill with my 3-inch in diameter by 24-inch power planter auger. So it should go very quickly. There should not be really any roots in here, I don't think, that will cause this to turn on me. Maybe a few rocks, but it'll go around the rocks. So I'm going to try really hard not to step on my creeping phlox. I don't have too much room to work in here, but let's go ahead. Let me put my goggles on. Okay, we're ready to go here. So we're going to go 6 inches down in case I forgot to say that. And that's about, on this auger, the 6 inches, what is that, about to right here. So that's how, just below this tine, or whatever they call that. One of the things I did forget to bring over is my Bio Tone Starter Fertilizer. So I'll run and get that. Okay, that went well. Kind of have to do some acrobatics here. So we're going to go kind of 8 inches apart. So that would be like right in here. Give them space. And I'm kind of putting everything in a row, which I don't love doing, but in this case I think it would be okay. Then I'll just take my hand and dig out the excess that fell back down in the planting hole. But boy, I've used my power planter auger for so much, for quite a few years. Love, love, love them. Okay, we'll put a little handful of Bio Tone Starter Fertilizer in each of the holes. If you don't have Bio Tone, you could do a little bit of bone meal, or you could do bulb tone if you have that, or you really don't have to do anything. That's just sawdust that they put them in. So this is what your lily bulb looks like. You can see the roots here. That's the bottom. And this is the flower point here, where your stem and everything, your stalk, your stem and your flower will come out of. So this bulb looks really good. And I'm just going to plant it just like that, roots down and the pointy side up. Then I'm going to cover them back in with soil. And it's fine to put your mulch back on top of them. They'll just come up through the mulch. They work their way up through mulch and everything. Then you can go ahead and water them in if you want to, which is a good thing, you should. I'm not going to do that because they're calling for rain every day next week. So I think we'll be good. Also, I will spray a little bit of Repelzol just to keep anything from digging my bulbs back up, because that will happen to me. The little diggers just love to dig things. How do they find a new area? Are they sitting somewhere watching me do this? Like skunks and possums? Are they watching me? I don't know. Okay, so we'll plant the other 3 bulbs over here, and I've moved you at a little bit different angle so you could see me better. And I just realized my tripod has a forward angle feature. You'd think I would know that by now. I've been doing this for 4 years and using that tripod for 4 years, and I didn't realize it had a angle feature. So, yay, duh. Just want to check the remaining 3 bulbs and make sure they're still doing good. Yeah, they look great. But here are the 3 remaining bulbs, and if your bulbs are squishy, you'll know that your bulb isn't good. If it's really squishy and mushy, you know that your bulb isn't good. Whoops, I just dropped one. I don't want to step on it. But these are all good. Good to go. Longfield has some really nice bulbs. Okay, we'll see how our digging is here. It should be good. I don't want to get too close to that Stand By Me clematis. Oh yeah. Nice. That was easy. We hit the easy button on that one. So I'm going to do them at an angle. I think I said that. Semicircle. Nice. And then this one up kind of in line with that one. Now I got this one a little too deep. Kind of using my hand here as a guide as well. Okay, a little bit of starter fertilizer in the planting holes. Mix that around a little. And there we go. So I'm just placing these down in the planting hole. Perfect. And I'll cover them up. And then we'll put the mulch back just Maybe we can fool the critters. They won't know that we dug in there. These bulbs should be waking up now, especially with all the rain we're going to have, and popping through the ground here really soon. So hopefully I can take you on a lily tour during the different stages that the lilies are blooming. Alrighty, well that's all I have for you today. I'll put the link to Longfield Gardens or the website to Longfield Gardens in the description. I'll put the website also to Power Planter. The augers I use, I have several different sizes, and when I bought my augers, I actually bought, they had and I think they still do, they had the entire deal. So I bought the drill and it came with the handle. I highly recommend using your handle with it. At least I need to. I just feel like it gives me a lot more control. And there were a couple of the augers, sizes, smaller augers that came with the set. So I bought that, and then I realized how much I loved it. Bought a couple other lengths and widths of augers, and just it's something that I use all the time. It's one of the gardening tools I use all the time. Woo! Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. I truly, truly appreciate your support. I cannot tell you how thankful I am for each one of you being here with me on the channel. Until next time, friends, happy gardening. Bye-bye.